Welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. A top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Hi, I'm Gemini. That's one way to start. Sure, just add it. We'll talk.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off.
Easier to prepare than this. Yeah, just talk about if we get rid of that spider.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Purdue's offense takes the field. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man all by himself. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's McCoby. 1 step wrap, 2 step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. A 3rd and long coming up here. He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look. Players for this one. What are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fake.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Dances away from the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. They'll go to the ground. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Pushes for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that. And here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
The competition.
Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He'll get rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graham. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Unleashes it on the run. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On second down, looking again to throw. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, Cal and Stanford have determined a victor in the battle for the Axe. Stanford managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Palo Alto for some time, no matter the final score. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man downfield. And just plowing down the field. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. Firing toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Buckeyes looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
You know, this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Going up top on 1st down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the kick.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throwing catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. It's got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this is step one to get them back in the ballgame.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Getting the extra point block soured that touchdown drive just a bit, but they'll line up to kick it off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They're trying to get to it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. But he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Boilermaker! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. Still a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the right. And he's running in the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. This is a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Complete downfield. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll they'll come up a little short of the first down.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, he got the catch, and got some positive.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pocket starts to collapse. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. Listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you...
He wants to go deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. Got his man quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw here on second down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Into my hands of thoughts.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
The Boilermakers will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
So you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hands quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Buckeyes get enough for the first down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, fourth and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on fourth and inches every single time.
He'll pull it on the read. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Fuentes. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your
hotel rooms and not be together. Get an Airbnb and actually get together.
They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Now the play fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looking to throw it again. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Now on second down after the good first down run. On the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Now they'll try the right side.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback extends the play. With the catch, it's Cherry. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taking them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's nowhere. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
So now he can't help but to take the ball. And then lastly, again, to Rollins, no, I am a guy who can make So when our main guy gets double teamed and you come out splitting out, I get to the rim and I'm going to put it down because now they have so many weapons.
And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10.
Best two players don't
He wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
A lot of times you see those receivers as soon as they get off the DBs, the hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly.
Yeah,
you can see
I'll figure it out next month.
Gets it and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up with a PAT.
I ain't stand with the Lucas.
Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football
That's
this weekend.
That's kind of why we're not.
Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star
I'll
were to
go.
come back today, he could
Go
join
ahead.
former Heisman winner Trey Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Duke. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
Yeah, that's why I said I'll know next month if we don't go up.
And they pick up a
You might
better
go
than
to Williams
30
and on
yards
vacation.
on that completion before the defense brings him down. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout.
I think you can't go.
Throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, I'll find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have.
It's hard.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense
like trying to come
with last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. No wonder he's the favorite target, just going and reeling in everything.
Catching everything, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, he continues to make plays for his quarterback. So if I'm his quarterback, I'm going to continue to find him and let him pile up his numbers.
Got stumped on first down.
If we go, I'll be off from goddamn Friday to Tuesday.
He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Boilermakers are on the move. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd.
Well, I guess you're not try. Whenever we go somewhere, we go by our things. We'll meet y'all there, but
everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive
y'all gonna have to miss work. Goddamn.
Down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
Because if we gonna stay from
It's a draw.
We're going to stay 3 nights.
Bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So we'll be there Friday, Saturday, and
offense,
Sunday.
sticking with the run, but man, it's not working, and this defense is not budging. And we've seen them all season. They've been so
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you
it's
now.
going to have to come through the
The
air.
room
You're going to have to turn the
is
quarterback
at
loose.
the, well, okay. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for
So
too.
stout against
Because we was looking at nice hotels.
This will be the 8th
The nice
play of the
ones for
drive,
like
but a
decent
great
price is like
opportunity for the
$5.
defense to get off the field. They go to the draw.
But like, I mean, you can stay at the Motel 6 or something, or like,
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him
like
the
one of the
first
regular
down.
hotels for like
Down in the fourth quarter,
300,
it's
I
too
think, or
late
something
for
like
empty
that, so.
possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down.
But know what I'm
And
saying?
it's
It
picked
depends
off
on
for the
what y'all
third
trying to
time
do. Because
He can be
I'm telling you now,
dangerous
if we
with the ball
go,
in
we
his
scan
hands,
that
but no
goddamn
room
like
to
the
return
Sahara.
that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game.
Yeah, that's why I say I won't know until
take away all the deep stuff.
Because next month will roll around and then I'll be like, we're not
do,
doing it.
and they stamp this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
Right.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
All right.
Gives him a little shake, and he's
All right,
got
look.
some room. All kinds of running room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. To the air, it's Millen. Feelings, a shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got it! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught behind the line. It's McCoby. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
He makes the connection. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. The aerial assault continues. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a...
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Get you some of that. With that completion. 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
They'll throw it on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing. All of a sudden, he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive.
I can. I forgot
Dialing up a second down pass play. Tackled after picking up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He's going to pass on second down. Caught near the stick. It's Reese. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Boilermakers have it with a first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way. 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
The give to the back. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field.